What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with another special video, an arranged matchup of people from across different clans. I believe this one was actually set up through the DWA, so shout out to those guys. A lot of this has been going on lately. A lot of people getting together, doing these events, I guess you could call it. This one was a Town Hall 8 and 8.5 only event. So that's who they had in both clans matched up, and it came down to the wire. But it's great that these are happening. It really is. When you start mixing, that's one of the reasons we did the fair play community, is because when you start mixing people together, ideas like this come up. Hey, let's do this or let's do that. And these guys get to war with each other, people that they would never have gotten to war with. They get to see their attacks, they get to see their bases. Everybody learns from it. Everyone gets a little better. And so the war community in general gets better. Almost a perfect war on both sides, and I know it was an exciting war because look at this on the war events. Came down to the last minute, in the last moments of the war, so less than, I guess, 3 minutes left when the attack started. Both teams had a star to pick up, and one of them got it, and one of them didn't. So just clutching it at the end. Just great job to everybody on both clans. We won't go through all of the clans or everything because I don't know them all, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't involved in this. I'm not even sure that anybody from One Hive was involved in this. I was just invited over, but I think it's really cool, so I wanted to support it and show you guys what was going on there. Just this side on the Squad Echo, just as the side I'm recording from, all of their bases were 3-starred, and then over on Squad Delta, they had that one remaining. But for the most part, perfect war on both sides. Everybody did a great job. Now the matchups were a little strange, and again, I don't know all the details on it, but there was some bases on both sides that actually had Expo. So not really 8.5s, but more just early Town Hall 9s. But that's cool too. Again, I think it was obviously a fair matchup. They got matched, and it came down to 1 star, so that's pretty cool. Let's check out some attacks. So, and the first one I'm going to show you is one of those just high. This is the only one I'm going to show like that, but it's just a low Town Hall 9 attack. There's no other way to describe it. He's got his Expo. Is he got 1 Expo? I guess he does just have 1 Expo. But he has the Queen, has basically a Town Hall 9 base. I think he has the extra defense as well. I know he's got the extra air defense, but comes in with that Earthquake in the middle. And look at these, it's got 15 heroes, but you guys are always asking for this stuff. You're saying, hey, I'm a lower Town Hall 9. You want to see it, or I'm an 8.5. I don't want to show just straight up 8.5 attacks, because what you're getting with a true 8.5 attack is basically an early Town Hall 9 taking out a Town Hall 8. The defender is at a disadvantage because he has Town Hall 8 defenses and the attacker has Town Hall 9 offense. So to me, that's not interesting. Nothing against those guys. I don't think they're doing anything wrong. Actually, that's exactly how we encourage people to upgrade. It makes the most sense. You're going to get the most bang for your buck in war out of it. While you're in that transition period, is what you should be doing. But it doesn't really make for interesting YouTube. Watching a early Town Hall 9 3-star at a Town Hall 8, to me, just isn't really an exciting video. So I'm not going to show any of those. Nothing against those guys. Again, you're doing the right thing. Keep progressing through that like that. Once you're able to start 3-starring those Town Hall 9s, I encourage you to drop your Expos down and start making it harder on the defenders, because you're carrying your war weight at that point. But you see, this is just again, what I always say, this is just the same techniques we use in other wars in higher level, used on lower levels. The reason the Quake was worked in this particular one is because when he opened that compartment up and opened up his kill squad to getting to all 4 air defenses. When you can do that, and then you can bring all these loons around the outside, beautiful. It's just like a go wee wee up the middle, getting to all 4 air defenses, and then loons on the back end. So like a go low wee wee, basically is what we would call that. And it's a beautiful attack, absolutely crushes this base. Again, when he gets that into that core with those earthquakes, all those air defenses were right there, right for the picking, and he takes them out really quickly. And then beautiful deployment on all of the loons. They just crush that outside ring of defenses, and from there it is just cleanup. So excellent attack by Henrique. I don't know where all these guys are from, so you guys can, if you get featured, put it in the comments where you're from, so people will know who you're representing. All right, let's move down to some Town Hall 8 action, because that's more or less where the excitement was, I think, in this war. And that is, first one we're going to look at is Beto versus RK. Beto, this is some stuff that I've never seen before. This is the reason I like these events. I've never seen this done. You guys have seen a lot of Genesis Town Hall 8 attacks. Look at this. This is a no lure go ho. I mean, at Town Hall 8. This is not an 8.5. He's a Town Hall 8, and he's coming in with a no lure. I've never seen a Town Hall 8 attack with no lure. Creates this nice wide funnel, drops his king, drops a P.E.K.K.A. He's got those 2 golems going, and then as soon as the CC starts coming out, look at these wizards he's dropping right in the core. He's dropping them in there and then raging them. They're taking out the CC just like a queen and some wizards would at Town Hall 9. I don't know that Town Hall 8, that time is an option, but obviously this is a time saver. There's no question about it. Going with no lure, more efficient, more time saving. I've never really, I don't know if it's something that they run out of time a lot. I don't think they do, but again, something that's brand new to me. I love it. Love seeing stuff like this. I'm going to show you a few more of them because it works really, really well. You see that got all the way to the core, double giant bomb triggered in the core, and now the hog's just coming around the back outside. Surgical deployment pretty much. Got 10 hogs in a bag still. This base is done right now. I mean, it's not even close. I don't know if he had to deploy all 10 more hogs. He could have saved a few and just swagged them because this base was toast at this point. P.E.K.K.A.'s still up, doing a little bit of work in there. Drops that last heal for those hogs and that poison for the skeletons. Just absolutely destroys this base. So very, very impressive, Beto. Not sure where you're from, but I'm sure some of the guys at Genesis are taking note that that you're doing it with no lure, because that is impressive. Let's look at another one with no lure. Let's see, 25 here. Titan taking on Bella. Same sort of thing, a Goho. He's only got the 1 golem, but he's got a P.E.K.K.A. in his CC. He's just going to drop that golem down, let it start drawing fire from everything, and then he's going to start dropping his wizards and creating his funnel. You'll see just a few wizards creating the funnel. Doesn't spend much on it. Wall breakers go down. That's going to make the golem reroute as soon as that Tesla goes down, and then boom, he's dropping his P.E.K.K.A. out of the CC, dropping his giant, or excuse me, his Barb King right up the middle, and then once the CC's coming out, look at that right there. It's almost like he's dropping those, he's holding those wizards till the funnel's created, so they go right in. The dragon, the balloons, they're targeting the king and the P.E.K.K.A., and that rage, I mean, those wizards just roast them. I mean, it's down in seconds. You'll see right here, all the way to the core, get that giant bomb triggered, all the way in there. I mean, here come the hogs around the outside. He's got 2 heals for him, still got his poison. It's impressive. I really like it. I really do. I don't know that it's necessary. I mean, we've seen Town Hall 8's 3-star for a long, long time now with a lure on every one of them. But this is something different, and it's always good to see something different. People trying different things, and like I said, a war like this exposes everybody to it that we wouldn't have seen it. You guys, me, we wouldn't have seen this if it wasn't for this war. So I love it. Just absolutely wrecks that base. I think he's got, I don't know, a bunch of hogs left. I mean, a lot of hogs. They're just working their way through, getting to clean up a few wizards on the outside. But the hogs probably could have done it all by themselves. Again, such a time saver when you don't have to lure. All right, let's move it down a little, just one more spot here. What is we at? Let's see. This is Micasel. Come on, Mike Cell. I don't know. Mike Cell probably. You guys know I'm bad at names like that. What's he doing here? Coming in with a golem. Same thing, pretty much. Golem, wall breakers to let him in. Dropping a 2nd golem, no lure, just a few wizards on the outside to create the funnel. And then as soon as that funnel's created, he drops his king, he drops his, he's going to drop his P.E.K.K.A. right there, boom, it goes down, and they're all going to move in, and then he just sort of backfills in with a few more wizards. All he needs is 2 or 3 wizards to make that journey in with them. They're protected, the tanks are out front, the dragon comes, no big deal. A few more wizards right there behind it. He wants them walking straight in. The thing about wizards is they aggro much quicker, a much further distance than even the queen will. So they get on, a lot of times even at Town Hall 9, you'll see the wizards are actually the one taking out the dragon or the balloons or whatever's in there, because they'll aggro it before the queen even does. She'll be working on a building right next to them, and the wizards lock on. So it's really an effective technique. Right here coming in with the hogs on the backside, just surgicalling it out, wrapping around the base. You see 1 giant bomb's already been triggered, but also look at that P.E.K.K.A. and that golem still going. They're going to get into that core. And the way he's sending his hogs in, the hogs are going to basically avoid the core. Right there, some bacon being made, but honestly, it was a small group. That's why you do the surgical, because his 2 other groups of hogs are just fine, working their way around the base. Again, that P.E.K.K.A. and that golem in the core doing work still. Last heal goes down, and that is that pretty much. I mean, a few more defenses left, but he's got a good group of hogs left, standing in heals. Right here, they get out, but it's nothing but a few point defense. That's going to be that. A few wizards on the backside doing cleanup. P.E.K.K.A.'s in the core, taking out the Town Hall. Just a really nice attack. Awesome job, Mike Cell. All right, let's let the 3-star get finished up. We'll look at one more on this side, then we'll switch sides and look at a few more on the other side of the war. Let's see, what do we got here? We got King on 33. Right there, King Slave on 33. Got a few Valks in this one. Really, it's not a Valk attack, though, because he doesn't have Valks in the CC, if I'm remembering correctly. This one, he does do a lure. Just drops a few hogs down, gets that CC lure, brings them up top, and just does a normal CC kill that we see all the time. Let's fast forward through it, because there's nothing special here. Just drops a few archers, starting to surround them, a few wizards, and boom, everything's dead. Now, he's coming in from the bottom, opposite side. Coming in with the golem, starting to create that funnel. Drops a minion to help out there, and a few wizards up top to get this side of the funnel. Once that's done, he's going to come in with some wall breakers, bust open that first compartment, and then he's going to rage through that second one, I believe. He's going to rage and wall breaker through that second one. Right there, his Valks go down. Just a couple of Valks. Now watch this. Here in just a moment, he's going to drop that CC. That one hog there, I like that. A few more wall breakers going up the middle there. Nothing hitting him. No, didn't even have to rage those. Just got through the middle. Now he rages. Where's that? No, he brought hogs in this CC. I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember now. He brought hogs in the CC on this one. He just gets into that core, though. He gets in there where that king's at, takes it out, and then they're going to bust through this wall in just a moment and get into the actual core. You'll see that going down. He's just spreading his hogs around the outside, letting them deal with those defenses. And then here in a moment, he sends his CC in. But honestly, if you're going to bring max hogs in the CC, I recommend getting them down first. I mean, why not? They're the most powerful. They're going to kill things the fastest. Why wait till the base is almost wrecked to deploy your most powerful troop basically on the whole attack? Just a small tweak, but that's just always been my opinion on it. But really killed. I love the way he worked that group all the way into that core. They triggered that double bomb set. His hogs were never in danger of that. Even swagged his poison on the town hall there. Excellent attack, King Slave. All right, let's switch sides. Let's go over to the winning side and check out a few of their attacks. Let's see what we're going to look at here. We're just going to skip a few things up top. We're going to skip down just to some Town Hall 8 stuff right away here. Chef Curry taking on, I'm not even going to say that, 34. Same thing, coming in with this no lure technique. I guess maybe it's more popular than I think because there's a lot of guys doing it, even some on both sides. Wallbreaker fell right. Oh, no, he actually got it off there. That's why you offset those bombs a little bit. I'm surprised that those bombs did not trigger in time to kill the first ones there, to kill those wall breakers. Interesting. But wizards are balloons are targeting the golems. Here he's got his wizards coming in, and he's going to rage in just a moment to help take those balloons and all that out right there. Boom, the rage goes down, and that's also going to help them beat through that wall really quickly. But the balloon's down, the king's up, the P.E.K.K.A.'s up. I think he's still got at least one golem up or some golemites. But they get into that core. They start working their way through really quickly, especially while they're under rage there. Once they get into the very center, he can just start sending his hogs in on the outside, just targeted hogs. I mean, that's what he's always doing. A few for every defense. He can target literally all of them. So that's pretty good. They're going to go down real fast. And once they start collapsing on the base, it's all pretty much over. Drops a couple of heals just to keep everything moving. His core is sort of petered out. They went down to the king and a few other point in defense there. But the hogs, plenty of them, enough to eat. One side makes bacon, but, at Town Hall 8, that's only going to happen once. He's still got some hogs up. We'll fast forward because it is just cleanup time, and he's got the juice for it. Wizards on the outside, hogs working their way from the inside out, and that is that. Excellent attack, Chef. All right, look at a few more here. Let's just move down one base and watch Stranger take out their 34. Joe Radman. What we got here? Another go-ho. At this level stuff, guys, you're going to see 90% go-ho, honestly. I mean, we've talked about it. It's just what works, especially against better bases. It's your go-to. So that's if you're doing it at Town Hall 8, it's just you're probably used to it. It's hog wars down there. A few wall breakers go in right here on both sides. Going to open up both compartments. Does he get? Yeah, he gets through on that one as well. And again with this no lure, just going to backfill with a few wizards. Drop that rage. Those wizards are going to lock on really quickly. Everything's targeting his golems. No big deal if he loses a few of them. And then even more wall breakers through the rage to help him get to that core. Love it. There goes the P.E.K.K.A., the king. They're going to work their way right in. And right there, you'll see some small bombs going off. I'm sure there's a giant bomb in there. Yep, boom, right there it goes. King's doing a little bit of tanking for the hogs he's sending in. That's the golem there. So he's got some, the P.E.K.K.A.'s on the other side doing some tanking. He's got some nice tanking for his hogs with this squad. So it's not just about overwhelming it with hogs. It's almost like a surgical, because as he deploys his troops, he has tanks on different things. You see those 2-point defense, actually 3-point defense on the top there, targeting either golems or P.E.K.K.A.'s. So those hogs just waltz right through untouched. Really nice late poison to get those skeletons taken care of that are chasing his hogs. And then that is that. Again, as everything's being tanked, his hogs have nothing to worry about. Just waltz right in, take out those last few defenses, and then turn around and handle the king. Pekka's doing its thing, a little bit of cleanup. King's on the other side doing cleanup. Hogs up the middle. Really nice attack, Stranger. Good job, man. All right, let's look at a couple more, and we'll wrap this one up. Let's see. Let's go all the way down to 41. Here you go. Andre is taking on 41, and this is going to be a dragon attack. I get asked all the time about dragon attacks. I just don't see them much anymore, but I saw this one. I thought it was nice, so I thought I would definitely show it. Now, this is not, let's see, has he got, I think that is level 6 air defense. If it's not, it wouldn't matter, honestly. Creates a beautiful funnel. Really does a nice job funneling. You'll see one dragon go south. He actually has 2 wrap around to the north, but besides that, they're all going to cut up the middle just because he did a nice job creating that funnel and picking a spot to go in. Then drops his CC. I feel like he had a max dragon in his CC plus, or not a max, but whatever max is for Town Hall 8 that they can donate. But drops it in with a balloon. So didn't really bring a dragloon. Brought hogs for 1 air defense, lightning the 3rd air defense. But because it created that really nice funnel, that last air defense is down already. I mean, this is it. Toast. Everything's dead. His hogs went down because the CC was loaded with ground targeting only troops. Nothing he could do about that. I mean, he can't trigger them with his dragons, so he couldn't wait long enough to, like, you know, let the dragons deal with them. They were going to go to whatever ground troops he deployed. So he drops his king, pulls them completely away from it, lets the dragon, look at that wave going through that base, just all at once. Everything's going down. We'll start to fast forward a little bit because there's just no chance of this base lasting with that many dragons coming through. Just absolutely rolled over it. Really nice attack. There's, you know, that's all there is to dragons at Town Hall 8. It's just getting creative about how to take out all of the air defenses. Once you do that, dragons have it made in Town Hall 8. All right, one more. Let's look at Thornator. Thornator taking on Mr. Boss. And this one is just because I've seen this before, and it's fun to watch. It really is. I mean, this is a lower Town Hall 8. It comes in with just a balloon and a few hogs. He wants to take out a few defenses, but he wants to mostly grab that CC lure. Right there, the hogs are in range. They're going to get it, and everything's going to come out. But what he's got here, you'll notice the healer down there. He's going to do what's called a, quote, Pekka walk at Town Hall 8. You don't have a queen. You know, maybe Pekka's the way to do it. But honestly, if you'll watch this raid, it's a really good illustration of why it's not. It's fun to watch, and it's probably fun to do, but it's not. It doesn't change anything about the raid. This raid would be exactly the same if he had left the healer at home, even probably if he'd left the Pekka at home. It's just really all it did was a little bit of cleanup. I'm not even sure that level 3 healer, the one healer that he brought, actually kept it up longer than it would have been anyways. He drops the Pekka down, a few point defense to target it right away, so the healer does go on it. But really quickly, that max Pekka is going to take out these low-level defenses. I mean, one swing and they're going down. And look at its health. It's dropping, but honestly, with that healer, I mean, the healer's not even really healing it that much. She's level 3. Right here, it's already basically not taking damage anymore. It's got 1 point defense on it that's about to go down to a wizard. The hogs are coming through. They're the ones that are wrecking the base. We got a healer on that hog. Right here, this Pekka is still like 1 point defense. It's 2/3 health. I think it would probably be at like 1/3 health had it not had a healer on it. But look at the hogs have already caught up to it. Here in just a moment, everything's down that could even be targeting it. And once it reaches this lower area with all these Teslas, if it was being targeted, that healer would mean absolutely nothing. So again, nice attack, taking nothing away from the attack by Thornator. Very nice, fun to watch. I just wouldn't recommend you guys running out and trying this Pekka walk. I think it's a little bit of a waste of troop space. Better used elsewhere, more or less. But very fun to watch, and good job to Thorn on a very nice 3-star. All right, guys, that is it. That's all we're going to look at on this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just sort of like an impromptu, I guess, Elite 8 video. Pretty much what we were looking at was Town Hall 8 attacks. But again, I just wanted to promote the war. You know, it's just awesome to see stuff like this. People coming up with different ideas, different ways to have fun wars, and just keep the game interesting. So excellent job to both squads. I know it was exciting, again, coming down to those last-second attacks. Everybody that's been in wars like that knows how much fun it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.